Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm Alli, and if you're new to this channel, nice to meet you. Every week we put out new videos that will teach you how to take your filmmaking and your video editing to the next level. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you a few different ways that you can isolate a certain part of your clip and change the color of it. So if you're bored with your eye color, if you wish your car were pink instead of blue, well, in this tutorial, you're going to learn how to do that. There are several different ways that you can go about changing a specific part of your clip from one color to the next. And depending on the clip you're working on, some of these techniques might work better than others. You may also get away with using any of the techniques I teach you. So let's hop into Premiere Pro now and start manipulating some colors. Okay, so you may have seen this first coloring technique that we're going to look at in commercials, in music videos, in movies like Sin City or Pleasantville, where the entire clip's in black and white except for one specific part of the image that we want to isolate, that we want to emphasize with a specific color. In this case, we're going to leave my bright red jacket red and change the rest of the background to black and white using the leave color effect. So let's drag that on to our clip. This effect only works well when you have a color that you want to isolate that's fairly different than all the other colors in frame. So we have this bright red jacket and the other colors in frame are duller blues, grays, and whites. Under the effect where it says color to leave, click on that eyedropper and select a red part of the jacket. Next, change the amount to decolor to 100%. In doing that, some of the shadows in the jacket have turned to black and white, so let's bring the tolerance to 30%, and depending on the clip you're working with, you'll want to tweak the tolerance accordingly. And although it's very subtle, there's still some blue picking up in the ocean. So let's click on the Match Colors drop-down menu and select using Hue. Fantastic. So when you have those clips where you have that one color you want to pop, using the leave color effect can work really well, and it can bring focus to a specific part of your footage. Next, let's look at a way to make not so white teeth whiter and brighter. So with this particular clip, because we want to make the teeth whiter, but there's also white throughout the clip, we're not going to use the leave color effect. Instead, we'll isolate just the teeth. To do that, let's create a duplicate of this clip. We'll zoom into our teeth on the program window, and making sure that duplicate clip is selected on our timeline, we'll use the free draw Bezier tool to draw a mask around our teeth. So this is what our mask looks like, and we're going to use Lumetri Color to make some adjustments and make these teeth whiter and brighter. If you can't see the Lumetri Color tab, go up to Window and select Lumetri Color. Since this clip has a little bit of a warm tone to it, in basic corrections, we will adjust the temperature slider to -15. We'll bring the whites up to around 50. And to add more of a shine look, we'll increase the highlights to around 50 as well. Let's check out what the before and after looks like. That's before, and that's after. And that's looking way better. We're almost finished. We just have one more thing to do, and that is make sure that this mask follows the natural movement of the subject's head throughout the clip. Because if we don't, as the clip plays through, the mask will stay in the exact same position as the clip itself moves around. So you want to make sure your cursor's at the very beginning of the clip. Let's go up to Effect Controls, and under Mask, click on the Mask Path toggle to create your first keyframe, and then click on the Track Selected Mask Forward icon. And doing that has created keyframes over the entire clip so that the mask follows the movement of that clip. And that looks great. Now, it's important to note that the reason this effect works so well with this particular set of teeth is because in this clip, the shape of the smile is consistent. It would be a lot harder to mask teeth where the person's talking and different areas of their teeth are showing throughout the clip. So keep that in mind when you are deciding whether or not to put the time and effort into whitening someone's teeth. And now we're going to take a look at changing the color of someone's eyes. Now, depending on your footage and the amount of customization you wanted to do, you could possibly get away with using what you just learned. But when I'm working with changing the color of someone's eyes, I like to use a more complex method that gives me some more options. And that is working in the HSL secondary tab. Just going to make sure I get a closer look at those eyeballs. Great. And I'll click on the key drop-down menu. Great. So let's pick this first eyedropper, and I'll click on a green color in the eye that's most predominant. When I did that, you may have noticed that the hue, saturation, and lightness sliders changed. And what I love about using HSL secondary is the option to make it very easy to see the areas I've just selected by checkmarking color gray. This makes it much easier to see all of the areas that contain that color that we just selected. And here's where it gets a bit tricky. You want to adjust the hue, saturation, and lightness sliders to isolate that color in the iris as much as you can, while also deselecting the area of your footage that you don't want affected. You can also drag out the corner areas of the slider to feather your selection more, and we can also use these other two eyedroppers to add different areas of our footage to our set color selection or remove certain areas. So if we were to use this plus eyedropper and click on a different part of the eye, you'll notice more of the eye shows up, but also more of the hair color shows up because there's a similar color in the eyeball and in the hair. We can also use the minus eyedropper to deselect certain areas of our footage. So depending on the footage you're working with, you'll want to adjust these sliders and use the different eyedroppers to select as much of the iris as you can and deselect the areas on the face that you don't want to have affected by your color correction. So that's looking pretty good. Let's uncheck this. And next we'll go into correction and we'll select an icy blue color for the eyes. Okay, great. So that's looking pretty good. Because I am still seeing a little bit of the blue seeping into the area of the eye that should be white. Like we did in the previous example, I'm going to create a mask to make sure that that icy blue is only affecting the irises, and I'll create a mask for each iris. Let's check out how that looks. Awesome. Using the HSL secondary option when you're color correcting or color grading does in most cases take more time, but usually it's worth it because of the additional options it gives you. Okay, and lastly, I want to show you one other way that you can change the color of a specific area of your clip, and that's by working in the hue saturation curves. Working in hue saturation curves can get, well, pretty complex. And sooner or later, we'll do an entire tutorial dedicated to just working with hue saturation curves. But with this clip, we'll keep it pretty simple. Because this is a bright clip and the car itself doesn't have a ton of variations in shadows and highlights, we can stick to using hue versus hue. Okay, so we want to isolate that lime green color of the car so that we can change it. To do this, we're going to use the eyedropper tool, and I'm going to click on this bright green area of the hood of the car. In doing that, 3 points have been created. This point in the center is the specific color that we just selected with the eyedropper tool, and the 2 other points on either side fall within the selected color range. Let's raise the center point up to change the hue of the car, and there you go. Look, it's more pink already. But as you can see, there's still some green highlights showing through. Next, I'm going to move this right point over to the right to increase the range of this greenish color that I want to turn pink. As I move this point over, I'm watching to see how it's affecting the car, and I'll move the point to the left over more to the left as well, and there you go. Now you can't tell that this car was ever green. And there you go. You now know several different ways to change specific colors in your footage. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let us know by giving us a thumbs up, and we post new filmmaking and video editing tutorials weekly here on our channel. So to see the latest from us, subscribe to our channel, ding the bell so you're notified when we do put out that new video, and feel free to check out the videos that we already have on our channel because we do have lots of editing and filmmaking tips up here. Happy editing, I'm Alli, and we'll see you next time.